What's going on, YouTube? Drew from Not Too Nerdy here. I know it's been a while. I haven't done a vlog in a long time, but I thought it'd be appropriate since it's the new year. We're going to start off on a new leaf. I haven't done a vlog, so I'm just going to discuss basically my thoughts for 2012 and what's coming up for 2013. First and foremost, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year. Um, I know 2012 was a rocky year for gaming, but it's been my first year as doing this whole entire YouTube thing, and I've really enjoyed it. There's definitely been some challenges, but just want to talk in the year in gaming for 2012, what went on, what's been going on with the channel, and basically that's pretty much it. I don't get much time to do these type of vlogs. I've been so busy playing all these different games, but I kind of want to change that coming up this year. So I'm just going to discuss, that the year 2012 in general and what's coming up in terms of what we got going on in the channel and this coming year of 2013. So first and foremost, I want to give thanks to everyone who's watched the walkthroughs, read the reviews, everything that's been going on with our channel. We're doing pretty good, and I'm pretty thankful for that. We've reached over 500,000 views. We're getting towards 3,000 subscribers. So thanks to everyone who's watched the videos and subscribed, commented, liked, anything. Give any type of feedback. It's really helpful. It helps us improve our videos and keep us going. Second of all, I want to say why I've been doing this. I never really had a video explaining why I personally do this, but I've really had a great time this year. Well, 2012, last year, doing the whole entire YouTube thing of walkthroughs and commentary of videos, let's plays, and so forth. And it's really the reason I do this is, gaming is my favorite hobby, man. I've been playing games since I was as 5 years old, maybe. The minute I could pick up a controller, and I haven't stopped since. There's always been breaks where I haven't been gaming, but I've always come back to it. It's definitely my favorite pastime. And this whole entire YouTube thing where you can upload a video and do a commentary over it, it's really like it allows me to play my favorite games and share these experiences with other people, my impressions of these games, and also let people know some of the games I'm more interested in, and I think that definitely aren't getting the recognition that they should be getting. And that's the great thing about YouTube. You can share it with anyone in the world, and I can share those experiences with everyone, whether it's the highs or the lows in the game. And I think that's a great thing about this whole entire channel. First, I want to talk about, there's been some difficulties this year in terms of getting this off the bat and as a YouTube channel. First and foremost, all the technical difficulties. I know a lot of times you guys will see it in my videos, and I definitely apologize sometimes. It is hard. This is not the easiest thing. I definitely thought it wouldn't be as difficult and time consuming as it is, but there's definitely some trials and tribulations of just getting it off the ground in terms of getting the right audio quality and video quality, and editing videos. Like, it's very time consuming, and we try to do our best, but we're always reiterating and trying to do better. There's always technical difficulties with the audio being too low, the game audio being too high, the video's not syncing properly, issues with YouTube and uploading or processing forever, and there's just all types of issues. There's not really much customer support when it comes to YouTube, so it's a difficult process. But we try our best to give you the highest quality videos and the best commentary you can. We do it live, just for time's sake, and a lot of times I think it could be better commentary, but we're kind of just like reacting to the situations in the game, and I think that's what makes our channel unique rather than other YouTube channels who often have people edit their own videos. They dub commentary over the gameplay, which is a lot easier but more time consuming. So we kind of want to give you that live experience of playing the games for the first time. So we're gonna mess up, we're gonna have some commentary that's maybe not that insightful as someone who's watching gameplay and pretending that they're playing it live. But I think that's one of the things that makes our channel unique, and I want to continue that forward. Um, and the other issues this year, I kind of had to grow a tough skin personally, just in terms of all the comments and stuff like that, and YouTube, and you suck at this game, and you're not that good, you're not doing it right. And I think I've come to a realization that every YouTuber goes through this. Whereas, like, you got to realize, like, we play all these different games, and we can't be a master at one game because there's just too many games that we try to put out in terms of content, and you just never be a master at one game. And no matter how good you are, you just got to realize that people are just going to say you suck because they feel they're better than you. And it's an anonymous thing where people can post any comment they want, so they're going to continue to do that. So I kind of had to grow tough skin and realize, like, not take it personal, and just continue doing what I'm doing, and don't let it get me down. Stay positive is my biggest thing. Also, it's been hard, with balancing personal work schedules and doing this entire YouTube thing. I think a lot of times you kind of want to balance it correctly. So not one thing, but I mean, this takes up a lot of time doing this, and I really enjoy it. But at the same time, like, I'm wondering, like, why am I spending all this time on it? Is it really worth it at the end? But I think when I look back at the end of the year and I could just go back and actually see something that I spent most of my time and the amount of energy I put into it, I think I could be proud, what this channel has done in the last year. And I think it's great that we have this medium now that we can, share our gaming experiences together and make it more of a community thing and less of a solo thing that it's always been, for all these years. But just in general, gaming in 2012, my thoughts are, I think it was a great year for PC games in general. I bought my PC around last year, around December, and I've had it for a year, and I've really enjoyed all the PC exclusive titles, all the multiplats that have better quality in terms of graphics on the PC, and all the different array of options. It's been great to, kind of make myself unique and having, these 1080p videos and high quality PC games. And I just want to always include that in this channel. I kind of want to improve that. I want to get a new graphics card. I want to, make the quality better for everyone. Hopefully, at some point, YouTube upgrades their video quality 60 frames per second, so we can show games at 1080p 60 frames per second. But we'll see if that happens. But I think it's just been great, especially like Steam. They're coming more to the forefront. There's rumors of them having a console, more controller support, and I think that's just great for PC gaming. And it'll be interesting to see where that goes this year with the next generation coming up. I think in general, there was a lot of surprises here in terms of games, and some disappointments. The biggest disappointments, I think, were just of high-profile games that I thought were going to be a lot better and higher on, like, my Game of the Year list, and I was kind of disappointed. Two of them would be Max Payne 3 and Assassin's Creed 3. Max Payne 3, just for the simple, like, gameplay mechanics weren't up to par what I thought it would be. It was a lot of frustrating checkpointing and so forth. Even though it had a great story and great production values, I was kind of disappointed. I thought that would have been higher on my list this year. Same goes for Assassin's Creed 3. I think some of the gameplay choices, I don't want to beat a dead horse, not being an assassin until 5-6 hours into the game, and some of the technical issues I had with the game. I think it's really unfortunate. That could have been one of the top games this year. It was Hector's Game of the Year, but I didn't feel the same way. So, I mean, it was kind of disappointing. And probably the last thing, which wasn't a high-profile game, but a new IP I was really excited for, Dragon's Dogma. I was kind of disappointed in that. I never got to finish the playthrough just because all the issues with fast travel, and it was just unforgiving, frustrating difficulty for no reason. Like, I really hope the next one they can streamline some of this, but we'll see. I highly doubt it. But as far as that, I mean, the surprises of 2012 were immense. I'd probably say the biggest one being Walking Dead. I mean, for a venture game from Telltale Games to like be so critically acclaimed and one of the greater experiences of this year. Even though it wasn't in my top five, for gameplay reasons, being I didn't think like I had the best gameplay and quick time events and frame rate stuttering and stuff like that during these profile things. I think the story alone has pushed the medium. To a place where I want it to be. I want story to have a bigger impact in games and choices and stuff like that. And I think Walking Dead is a prime example of that. I think if it could only, match something like the gameplay, like a Mass Effect 3 with the storytelling, I think we will get there in terms of where I want games to be in the future. And it'll only get better, with the rise of digital platforms. It's that's another thing that's great. We're seeing is more games being able to come out the forefront, being digital only titles is just very nice. You could have picked up The Walking Dead on numerous platforms, whether it's iOS, Mac, PC, consoles, and that's kind of where I would see it going, especially the episodic content, the release schedule. I was always anticipating the next episode, and I think that's one of the great surprises that a game of that caliber and that size could get the recognition finally is, with the Spike VGAs winning Game of the Year. I think that's a good direction for the industry. Um, this is some other surprises. XCOM. I've been playing that, and I'm very surprised that that genre can get, you know, me interested in a turn-based strategy game, which is pretty cool. Like I think they streamline a lot of the mechanics, even though like I wouldn't say it's my top five or even top 10 game of the year. I think it's a really good game, and my major complaints being I'm just not good at the genre. That's why I never did a walkthrough for it. But I was really surprised at that game. I thought it was really good. Hotline Miami is another one, which is like, wow, like that small title by two people, like it just like it captured me, man. Like that, it's like Drive the game. It's amazing. Soundtrack's amazing. I was watching someone play it the other day, and I'm just like, wow, this game is great. Like I cannot wait for the next one. I'm so surprised that like a game, the way that game looks and like feels is just so unique, and like it's just another game like you see like these smaller titles just getting better and better. Market Ninja is another great one. Like these small downloadable titles just getting the quality of these high AAA production value games. Like they're better experiences, a lot of these smaller games, and I think that's great for the industry, man. I'd love to see smaller titles get the recognition they need. Compared to everything just being a AAA shooter. It was a unique experience, and I really enjoyed it. Other games surprised me. Guild Wars 2. I think it really revolutionized the MMO genre. It made a lot of streamlined options, no backtracking, more fast travel, new improved quest structure, which was needed, and I think that was another surprise this year. You watch my videos, you'll see I was giddy like a schoolgirl playing that game because I was just like, finally, someone's getting, what's wrong with the genre, and I think Guild Wars 2, just in the whole entire MMO scene where everything's going to free to play, I think they're starting to realize that the whole entire subscription model is just broken, and that's the direction games need to go when it comes to MMOs. Other surprises, probably the two biggest high-profile games where I was definitely surprised, Black Ops 2, that they're finally trying to put some emphasis on story and choices. It's a good direction. I hope they continue to do that. Halo 4, I really hope 343 can bring some new light into the Halo series, innovate. I think they did a great job of just securing their position that they can be up to par with what Bungie has done in the past. So I'm just glad they didn't mess it up for the most part. And lastly, Sleeping Dogs, another new IP. Hope we see more of that. I think it was just a great genre in terms of mixing up all these different gameplay aspects. The fighting system, shooting, great open world, and that's another example of a great game on the PC. Man, it was just a beautiful game, and I think they really did a good job. And I hope to see more from Sleeping Dogs. I know it probably didn't perform like they wanted to, but I hope they don't give up on that genre, especially with the troubled past of it being a true crime game. But that's pretty much it for 2012. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people say they were disappointed this year in terms of like high profile games not coming out and we getting pushed back. But I think what really made this year special, was 2012 special, was the amount of smaller titles that came out of the woodworks to be some of the more better games this year. I know a lot of them weren't on my top five, but I definitely want to give them some recognition. I think there were some great experiences, and don't forget Far Cry 3, which was probably my biggest surprise. Like I was really surprised how well they did that game. And I think they're really starting to understand at the end of these generations how to do open worlds properly and have the right amount of content to satisfy someone like me who plays games like crazy. Don't forget my Kingdoms of Amalur. Like I'll never forget that huge walkthrough, which was my first one. Like I think games like that really prove that, if you find some game that has a niche, that's really where I got my big start, was that game, because there wasn't many walkthroughs of people doing 26 hours, and I was able to do it, and I'm really proud of that walkthrough, specifically, just the amount of views it got, and it really, I kind of set my place on YouTube with that one, because, there's a lot of people didn't play that game the way I did, and I enjoyed it, so it's nice that they're starting to understand how these open world games need to be. But in terms of 2013, first thing I want to go over is schedule and what games are coming out. I'm not going to list all of them because this video is getting pretty long already. I know I haven't done one in a while, so I want to kind of make it more of a longer form. But this is our schedule for 2013. First and foremost is going to be Anarchy Reigns, which is coming out January 8th. That's going to be the first review and walkthrough we're going to be doing. Really anticipating that. I know I did a vlog earlier that it was never going to come out. I'm surprised it actually is coming out, so I'm looking forward to that. We got DMC coming out. Hector's going to be doing on the 15th. Dead Space 3, Aliens, Metal Gear Rising, Crisis. Tomb Raider is probably the biggest one I'm looking forward to coming up, as well as Bioshock Infinite, of course, in the end of the year. We got God of War in between their gears, Army 2, Dead Island coming out in April, and Star Trek the game, which should be interesting. Trying to do like a co-op Mass Effect type of game. We'll see how that one does. And then, of course, Last of Us. And that's pretty much it. There's a lot of games that I haven't had release dates yet, so we kind of just did our schedule on the games that are going to have releases. You can always find the schedule. I'll put it in the description. Also, it'll be on the side on our actual YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. What we're coming, what walkthroughs are coming up, in the next coming weeks. I'm gonna try to change some things coming up for the next year. We're gonna try to do more vlogs like this once a week. Just maybe updating you guys on the channel, what's going on, what we did for the week. Maybe discuss more different topics. So I'm not doing it all in the videos. Because I've been noticing a lot of times during the end of the videos, I'm kind of like going over what I'm gonna do, and I think that's not the right format to do it. Just focus on that specific game, and then talk about what's coming up and what I've done over the last week, maybe in like a vlog style video like this. Because I've heard some comments complaining about that, and I kind of understand why. People kind of want to focus on that game specifically. They don't care what game I'm doing next. But that's kind of what's on my mind at the time sometimes. So. That's why it's come up. Video reviews, it's probably my biggest thing I kind of want to do. I don't know with the schedule coming up if I'll be able to do it. There's so many games coming out, but that's kind of the one thing that's on the top of my mind that I still want to do is video reviews. I mean, I could easily just put up a gameplay and just read my review over it, but we kind of have some types of transitions and look a little bit more professional, That's kind of one of the things I aspire to do still on this channel. The written reviews are fine, but I think video formats is the future of these type of reviews, and I would love to do that, because I love sharing my impressions of these games. And besides that, mobile gaming with the iPad, iOS devices, iPhone. I know you guys have been seeing the videos over these last couple weeks. It's been slow. I've been doing a lot of iOS games, and I want to continue to do that. And I got this great new setup with the Elgato, and I could do a lot more with it. And that's one of the things I want to do. I want to do more iOS games because I feel there's a lot of games that are not being noticed on that platform, and I think it'd be great to take a look at those games, maybe do some reviews for that. So that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys once again for watching and keeping current with us and subscribing. You know, we're only going to get bigger with the more support we get, and we're going to try to stay on track and complete all these games. You know, it's a difficult task, but you know, I enjoy doing it, and I don't want it to stop anytime soon. But I don't know how long I can do this, so you know, I want to just keep at it as long as I can, because I really enjoy it. I really enjoy sharing my game experiences with all of you, and I really enjoy your support and your feedback. So that's pretty much it. I know this is a pretty long video, but kind of had to get this off my chest. Start on a new leaf for the new year, and you know, just basically look forward to these games. It's gonna be an exciting year with the new consoles coming out, and hopefully, and you know, that's the main reason, you know, I want to share these experiences with everyone, and keep doing this as long as possible as I can. So that's pretty much it. This is Drew from Not Too Nerdy.